What is up, my fellow troubadours? Great to be back with another video for all of you guitar slingers out there. Today I'm going to share 3 songs from the 80s that I like to play at my solo acoustic gigs. Songs that always deliver, songs that are easy to adapt to acoustic guitar, and that pretty much work great in any set. The 80s gave us some of the most iconic, instantly recognizable songs, perhaps ever written. Well, maybe that's a stretch, but anyway, there's so many catchy melodies, great hooks, great bands, great lyrics that people love to sing along to. It also gave us big hair, leg warmers, and Tom Selleck's mustache, but we'll save that for another video. These songs have stood the test of time and always get a great reaction at gigs. If you're looking for solid go-to tunes to add to your set list, these that I'm about to share, I believe, will serve you well. A quick tip before we dive in. Always make a cover song your own. Find the right key that works for your voice. If it's the original key for the song, great, but don't force it. Sing it where it feels natural and you'll sound your best. It's what I've done for years now, playing solo acoustic gigs. It works for me and it will work for you as well. Now I'll go through each song, share why I play it, drop some insights along the way as to how I approach the song, and it won't be a full in-depth lesson, but let me know in the comments if there are any of these songs in this list that you'd like a full lesson on, and feel free to let me know which 80s songs you love to play, because I'd love to hear your picks. There are so many great songs from the 80s. I wouldn't be surprised if I wind up making a part 2 to this video. Now, before we jump in, please hit that like and subscribe if you dig this kind of content. And if you want to support this channel, check out the links in the description where you could buy me a coffee, join my Patreon, browse my Amazon affiliate links, and even send me an email if you want a private lesson or a consultation. All right, enough of my yapping. Let's get into it. First up, we've got a classic from U2, and that song is Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. This was on their legendary 1987 album, The Joshua Tree. If you're my age, you know that album when that came out. And it's one of those songs that just always works beautiful in a solo acoustic set. Everyone knows it. Simple chord progression. Just a really great song, and it's a crowd favorite. I'll show you how to play it and give you some tips on how we could approach this on solo acoustic, right? The song originally is in D flat. Okay, spoiler alert, I don't even think about playing it in this case. Still haven't found. No way. I sang it like that on the intro just to show you kind of like that's where the song lives, but I would never dream of doing it in that key. Okay, but your voice may vary. But just to show you how the song is played, so we'll capo it on the 4th fret, and we're going to be playing it as if it's in the key of A. So we're going to be playing the 1 chord, A, the 4 chord, D, the 5 chord is going to be E. Okay, but we'll use this kind of voicing. So we're going to bar the 2nd fret and take our pinky and put that 2 frets higher. Right? So we get this kind of open, kind of 5th, this kind of ambiguous chord, right? It's kind of that edgy kind of sound. You know, he's doing all of this stuff with his delays, but we're going to be performing this alone. So, basic strum. You can let that high E string ring out if you want. We can remove our pinky and use our 2nd finger or 3rd finger to play the sus kind of sounding chords. That's very U2 sounding. Right? I have climbed highest mountain chord. We're going to keep it a D sus too. We'll leave that high E string to ring out. Yeah, I won't even do that sus. I don't like that. Only to be with you, but I still E. Haven't found D sus too. What I'm looking for. The strum for this could be something like a down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. But I still haven't found any straight 8 notes. What I'm looking for. Now, let's get to that. If we want to be crafty and clever, what I do is I use my thumb to play the 2nd fret of the low E string, which is, we'll call it an F sharp, even though it's not an F sharp, because we're in the key of D flat now. So on the way down, make sure you catch that. The fingering looks like this. Then we switch to the D. And the same pattern. Practice catching that pattern in the middle of it. Now, just to show you that you can move this into another key. But I still E, haven't found D, what I'm looking for. Now this is a little bit of a stretch for me here with the thumb, so just get rid of the pinky. Nice and easy, keep it easy. To the E chord. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. There you have it. Great one to add to your solo acoustic sets. She's a good girl. Of course, we're talking here about Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. This song was released in 1989 on the Full Moon Fever album, and it's obviously a very recognizable acoustic song, which makes it perfect for our solo acoustic gigs. And on the record, it's recorded with 12-string guitars and a lot of stacked up, real shimmery, chorusy sounding guitars. But even on our little lonely solo acoustic 6-string, we can give it that same vibe. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways to play it, okay? Where we can sort of emulate the sound on the record, but also kind of make it easy for ourselves and comfortable for ourselves. The song is in the key of F. So, for starters, I'm just going to capo it on the 3rd fret, and we're going to be playing it in the key of, in our D shape which this is technically going to be an F chord. Alright, so essentially the song is 1, 4, 4, 1, 5. So, in its basic form, D, G, G, D, A. That's the whole song. She's a good girl. Loves her mama. Loves Jesus and America too. Now, what could we do to make this song sound more like the record? Well, the key of it is on the record, that G chord is a G sus 2 chord. Okay, so it's got that A note ringing in it. And the 5 chord, it's not just an A chord, it's an A sus 4 chord. So, instead of playing instead of playing D, G, G, D, A, which you certainly can do if you're just starting out, you want to sing it that way, you can sing it just with those 3 chords, you can capo it into any key. He's a good girl, loves her mama, to make it comfortable for you to sing. We'll get more on that in a little bit, but again, we can capo it, make it easier to sing, but here's a little way you can do it to get it to sound more Tom Petty-ish. D is played the normal way. And the fingering for the G chord, we're going to put our pinky down, keep our first finger and third finger in the same place, and move our second finger up to the 3rd fret of the low E string. So, and back to the regular D chord. And then our second finger is going to skip over the first finger and play the 2nd fret of the D string. So it's like an A sus chord. Alright? You can do it that way, or you can go, you can just bar it if you're more comfortable, but then you got to get back to this. Okay? Or cross this finger over, then you don't have to move anything. This 1st and 3rd finger could stay in the same place the whole time. That's the first way. That's the second way. Same exact chords, just a matter of how you're most comfortable fingering it, okay? So, if we kind of pick it with a light pick, I love to use these light 0.5 millimeter pick. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to block out my big head. There you go. I like these real thin picks. It gives you a real shimmery sound, compressed sort of sound. And if you pick it down here closer to the bridge, it gets kind of a more of a jangly sound. More like a Rickenbacker-ish kind of sound, right? So that's one way to play it. Another way, using different chord shapes. Again, we're going to be in the same key. I'll capo it on the 1st fret, and we'll base it around the E shape. So now we're saying we're in the key of E because we're using the E shape. We're still in the same key of F. But I'm going to use my 1 chord as the E shape, my 4 chord as the A shape, and then my 5 chord as the B shape. But I'm going to use those same sus 4 chords, sus 2 chords. Okay? So, E is 1, A sus 2. I'm just using my 2nd and 3rd finger and playing the 2 middle strings. Then for the B sus 4, we're going to finger the 2nd fret, the 1st finger, make this little horseshoe kind of power chord pattern where our 3rd and 4th finger are on the 4th fret. I'm counting from the capo, of course. Technically, it's the 5th fret. And we'll let the other strings ring open. It's just another way to play it. The guitar is going to sound a little more bass heavy because we're playing it in the lower register, but she's a good girl. Loves her mama. Now, if you're a looping type person, you can loop the low one let that run, and then move your capo up and stack it with the higher voicing. And get real full, lush sound. But essentially, that is Tom Petty's Free Fallin'. Again, if it's too high for you, you can take that capo off. Now we dropped it down to the key of E. Or if we're playing the capoed version, I mean, we could literally, if we drop that one down a whole step, a whole fret. Now we're in E again, but we can keep going. Now we're in E flat. She's a good girl, loves her mama. Take the capo off. Play it in D. She's a good girl. Maybe you got a country voice. Well, she's a good girl, loves her mama. That's my country voice. Not a good country voice. You get my point. Free Fallin', Tom Petty. Maybe it's cliche. Maybe you're going, oh, Frank, Free Fallin'. Oh, come on, really? But it's all in how you approach it, how you make it your own. Let's move on. Next up, we have Dancing in the Dark by the Boss, Bruce Springsteen, released in 1984 on the Born in the USA album. This track is good. It's got that driving, like, that 80's kind of energy. Great rhythm, big hook, and, of course, the music video where Bruce Springsteen is basically slithering around on the stage giving the moves to Courtney Cox down there in the audience. And he also gives us a nice little bit of a sneak peek behind the curtain with that whole handkerchief tucked in his back pocket on the album cover. Definitely one of the more iconic and perhaps questionable fashion choices of the 80's. But hey, I guess it worked. This song, real simple, really, really easy to play, a lot of fun to play, a crowd pleaser, and not one that people often expect to hear on acoustic. So it's a good one for us to do. The song is in B, okay? We're going to play it using our A shape, as if it's in the key of A, okay? And again, we can remove the capo. I do not sing it in its original key. I sing it with the capo off, and I play it in A, but let's go over the chords. A. That iconic riff, which is done on the synth, we can emulate that simply by fingering an A chord, and then we can use our third finger or our pinky to play on the third string, just a whole step higher than the root. Okay, so let's say if we we'll call it the 4th fret because we're capoed, so the 4th fret from where the capo is. Basically, we're just skipping over a fret and playing that melody on the 3rd string. The strum we could use is like down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And we just kind of work that finger in to make it sound like the pattern. I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say, right? I go to bed feeling the same way. I'm nothing but tired, D. I'm nothing but tired, B minor. I'm just tired and bored with myself. Then it's A, hey there baby, to F sharp minor. I could use a little help, to E. Can't start a fire, E sus. Let's go through it again. A, get up in the evening. Ain't got nothing to say. Come home in the morning. Go to bed feeling the same way. D, I'm nothing but B minor. D, I'm just B minor and bored with myself. A, F sharp minor. A, I could use F sharp minor. E, can't start a E sus. E sus without a spark. D, guns for hire, B minor. Even if we're just B minor, in the dark, back to the riff. That's pretty much the whole song. Alright, now for the bridge. Sitting around getting older, F sharp minor to A. D, there's a joke here somewhere, E, and it's on me. F sharp minor, shaking this world off my shoulder, back to A. D, come on baby, the laugh's on me. That's it. That's the whole song. Now, we can take the capo off. So here we can play it in A. We take our capo off, make it easier for us to sing. I tune my guitars down a half step for my gig, so I'm actually doing it in A flat. And I ain't got nothing to say. Come home in the morning, maybe you're just feeling it lower that day. Go to bed, feeling the same way. I'm not gonna sing it in full voice because I'm not warmed up, but I'm just tired and bored myself. And then baby, I can use a little help. Okay. Again, the bridge. F sharp minor, A, D, joke here somewhere, E, it's on me. Shake it well on my shoulder. Come on, baby, the laugh's on me. Well, stay in the streets in this town. Dancing in the dark. Extreme close-up. Boom. So there you have it. There's 3 songs that I love to play at my solo acoustic gigs, songs from the 80s. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing another video like this because those 3 songs don't even scratch the surface. As always, I'm Frank Persico. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.